Mike, of course, coming up now to the festive period of fixtures on Boxing Day and on the 2nd of January. I mean, first off, just what's sort of the plan for the boys over this kind of period? I know a lot of clubs tend to kind of do things slightly differently to one another.
Yeah, well, we've already started our prep, obviously. Just make sure, the lads are physically in the best condition. It's a time that you want to spend with your family and relax. But yeah, we've got a job to do, and it's never changed. As a footballer, you're always switched on, and there'll be no different. We've obviously got 2 big games, double header against York, and it's a massive opportunity for us. Obviously off the back of having a good result Tuesday, which was, I thought, our intensity, our forward play and us in transition was a lot better. So we want to build off that and take that into Boxing Day. Yeah,
and you mentioned Tuesday, they're obviously getting a good win performance-wise and in terms of the scoreline as well. Obviously a few different lads getting on the score sheet as well. I mean, has there been a noticeable difference at all from the back of Tuesday, coming into training, sort of the back end of this week, at least mood-wise, or have things kind of stayed pretty consistent?
Yeah, well, the training load and what we're focusing on has been similar, but yeah, obviously off the back of a win, it was a convincing win. But saying to the lads today, the most pleasing thing was the structure and the intensity we played with. We played with that belief and that conviction, which we've might have been lacking in previous weeks. But we know how good we are when we get to the levels that we can achieve, and that's the belief that we've got to instill in ourselves and make sure that momentum rolls on to Boxing Day.
Yeah, and obviously it's been a concept kind of mentioned before by yourself and Busted about never letting yourselves get too high or too low after results. Has it been maybe finding a balance, obviously after a good win on the back of what's been a challenging sort of season so far? Really, has that been kind of emphasised in terms of not letting one result sort of take you away from certain things or make you, I don't know, think in a sense of we've won a game, scored 5 goals, so like we've cracked it now type of thing?
Yeah, no, there's nothing, regardless of the scoreline, it's about what we need to work on to achieve a positive outcome and be best prepared for the next game. Like I say, the group are naturally a humble group, and they're desperate to improve every day, which is what's been so pleasing to see. Regardless, like I say, as much as results have been difficult and confidence has been hit in previous weeks, we're always trying to find ways to improve, and yeah, that's what we're doing now. Obviously, it's always nice to get a few goals and put in a performance like that, but now the focus is all about York and Boxing Day.
Yeah, and you touch on York there, obviously going away to York on Boxing Day, a bit of a period of transition for them, obviously under new management. I think Boxing Day will be the first game that he actually takes charge from the dugout. Obviously faced them last season, but a few differences squad-wise in both camps really. But I mean, what are you expecting from them, or is it a bit of an unknown quantity given that they've very recently undergone a bit of a managerial change?
Yeah, it's difficult, like I say, because they've had the new manager, but he hasn't been able to be on the training field and work with them. But like I say, you look at the players, they've got the personnel, and they started the season well. So for us, it's we look at where we can hurt them, but it's always focused on ourselves. And like I say, again, looking to build off Tuesday's result, keep that momentum, but focus on the intensity, the structure, and how we're going to go about our business.
And squad-wise, obviously it's been well documented injuries and stuff this season. So I mean, particularly on Tuesday, I suppose good views to see Lewis Knight in particular get on the pitch for the first time after he's had a pretty rough period and been pretty unlucky really so far to kind of keep getting setbacks and stuff after getting injured originally at the start of pre-season. Yeah, no,
it was a massive bonus for us. He's been working very hard behind the scenes, and it's been frustrating for him. But like I say, even the few minutes he played, you could see the quality that he holds and the intensity that he works at. He's got pace and abundance, and it's about just making sure that we manage him, do everything we can. But yeah, we've got a big squad. Like I say, from all the issues we've had this season, now we're getting to the place where it is going to be disappointing for lads, and it is harsh, but it's competition for places, and that is only going to breed through the club and make sure that it improves everyone. It has to. So yeah, we'll like I say, we're in a good place at the minute. All focus on going and get a result at York.
Yeah, and on the sort of rehab side of things, I mean, Aaron Martin's obviously been absent after he went off at Aldershot, I believe it was, but how's he sort of looking ahead of the festive period?
Getting there. He was up with Bally today, working hard. He's always working hard. That's in his blood. It's in his nature. He won't be available for Boxing Day, but fingers crossed for the return leg.